Everyone, this is Devon Trail. I want to say welcome to the Pursuit of Happiness, or welcome back to the Pursuit of Happiness if you've been watching our videos. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that may hit home for a lot of other single fathers. And the topic today is going to be the top 5 struggles single fathers dealt with in 2024. I do know we're in 2025. Happy New Year's, everyone. But since it just started, I can't really put 2025. If you're a dad navigating through this journey, I want to let you know that you're not alone. I'm happy that you're here, and I'm happy that you found this place. I want to let you know that there's ways to tackle these challenges head on. So let's get started. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join our Facebook group. It's a community built for single fathers that are looking for help, looking for guidance, looking for support, looking for answers. Join it, and I promise it'll be the best decision of your life. And introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about your story, and we'll all get together and share our stories as well. But let's start the video. So first and foremost, we're going to start off with balancing work life and parenting. So this one kind of hits home because in my situation, I live and work about an hour from my daughter. So I know this is a huge challenge for other fathers. You may have a longer trip or distance from your child, or it's just that the schedules don't align. But I want to let you know that there are ways to handle this, and it may not be the best way, but these ways will at least give you the option to take control of your life and take control of your schedule. So that way you're not thrown off by any surprises. I know when I became a single father at first, a lot of things that were causing me that mental stress was not having a consistent schedule and not knowing what to expect for the next week. I understand where you're coming from. It wasn't that long ago when I became a single father and I had to make these adjustments. I remember all the negative thoughts that I went through, and it's not like it just affected me, but it affected the relationship I had with my daughter, for the simple fact that I couldn't balance my work life and my parenting life. Trust me, I get it. Sometimes depression hits in. Sometimes our ego hits in. There's times where it's like you may be starting a new job and you don't have a consistent schedule, and it's just like it can really be overwhelming. And there's tools you can use, especially nowadays, that can help you adjust and help you minimize the confusion of your schedule. So first things first, you know your schedule better than anyone. So what I would say would be a great start is to sit down and really think about your current schedule now, and think about like if you're in a situation where you started a new job or you may be starting a new job, think of what to expect in the near future, let's say a month or two ahead, so that we can game plan now. And then there are apps that you can use. If you don't have it, Google Calendar is a great app. There's another app called Cozy, and it allows you to like plan your time effectively. So that way you have time blocks and an idea of when you will be spending time with your child. These are going to be, depending on your schedule and depending on your free time, crucial, because your child is going to appreciate the time that you spend with them even more. And when you have an idea of exactly when you're free and what you can possibly do, that helps you identify what type of things you can plan for you and your child at that moment. So when you're with them, appreciate their time, appreciate the moment, because they're only little for so long before they grow up and become young adults and have a family of their own. And you don't want to have any regrets in the future saying, hey, I wish I did more things with my child when I had the chance, and I didn't let my overwhelming schedule stop me from doing that. So there are other resources that you can go to online called Fatherly, where you can actually get more ideas of exactly what you can do for your schedule. But the biggest thing I've learned over the past 3 to 4 years is that you need to take action. And what I mean by that is, after you're watching this video or while you're watching this video, I want you to actually go. If you don't have a Google Calendar account, sign up for it now. If you don't have a Cozy account, sign up for it now. If those aren't available to you, go onto the App Store, go do your research and find things that are available to you, whether it's free or paid, and start using them today. Don't wait. If you wait, it's like the law of diminishing effect. The idea and the the feeling right now you have right now diminishes the longer you push it off. So do this now, and I promise you it'll be 100% worth it. And in the future, I guarantee your child is going to appreciate it so much. Even right now, you guys are going to have conversations about this in the future, and you're going to be proud that you made the decision to do this now. Number 2, this is going to be navigating co-parenting dynamics. One of the biggest, this is probably the biggest struggle I've had within the past 3 years, is being able to have a healthy relationship with my child's mom due to a lot of different things. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, and I'm not saying I've done nothing wrong, but these are things that I wish I started to incorporate early on that would have helped me and saved me so much mental strain and stress in the long run. In the beginning, when I was single, or when me and my daughter's mom split, we kept our communication through text and or through her family. And I found that a lot of our messages were either misinterpreted or misinformation was given to the next person, and it was never clear because it was like there was no one or nothing watching us to second guess what we say on the text message. And I wish I had that thing to help me second guess it before, in the beginning, instead of later on. And what I mean by that is that chances are you may go through situations where your child's mom, where court may be involved in the near future, or you're probably dealing with it right now. And sometimes we get caught in the moment, and we may say things that we don't mean, or say things that can negatively affect us in court later on. And it's not just court, it's just affect the overall relationship you want to have as you're co-parenting with your child. So one thing that I incorporated, and this was thanks to the judge when I went to court, was an app called App Close. Now, an App Close, what happens is it's a texting platform and a paying service platform where you can send your child support payments, and it keeps record of it so the court can see. And it keeps records of your text messages so the court can see. So earlier I mentioned it's like having another pair of eyes watching you as you communicate with your child's mom. So the best way to do this is to make sure all your messages are open, clear, respectful, and the communication is understood from both sides. And believe it or not, this helps you as a person build better communication skills because you know that second pair of eyes are watching you. And it cuts out, I don't know if you're like me in my situation where my child's family gets involved with a lot of decisions, not by choice, or not by my decision or choice, but they just happen to be there. And I found that in the past, a lot of things got either misinterpreted or it was not even shown to my daughter's mom. So with this app, it's directly to the co-parent, either your child's parent, your child's mom. So that way you can stay in communication. It shows when they've read the messages. It keeps a history of the transactions you do. So if you ever had to go to court, or you have to, bring it up in a situation, you have proof, you have this app. And I'm not a lawyer, so I can't really say this, or say what I'm saying is true or held in court. But from what I know is that sometimes judges won't use the actual text message from your phone as proof unless it shows the number only. Like if you have the name of the person, but there's no number showing, and you have pictures, you can't, most judges won't use it because they can't identify what number it's coming from. So this will save you a lot of headache and stress. Now, I did my research and I noticed that there was another app. Now, this app is called Our Family Wizard, and it's very similar to App Close. So you're, again, it's going to be able to track, and you'll have some type of like data and something you can show if anything ever happened. You never know what can happen. One day, I know it can be like you guys just split, or you guys split for a while and things are okay, and maybe one day your child's mom finds someone, or they're going through a stressful situation at home and they decide to take it out on you in the text messages, and then there's confusion and you're not able to portray your message clearly. So first things first, if you are like a newly single dad, I would highly suggest looking on the app store, looking online. I'll see if I can find more apps similar to these that I could put in the description below, and take advantage of it. Again, just like the first one, when you're watching this, do it now. Start the process now. Take action. It's only going to help you in the long run. Number 3, this is overcoming financial pressures. Now, I technically am still currently dealing with it, but it's gotten better from me seeking out the knowledge and learning more. Sometimes you're in a situation where you're getting a new job or you're moving to a new area and we don't understand our finances enough. So we get overwhelmed, or we can't make child support payments due to inconsistent finances. What I learned was you need to create a budget. Now, there are plenty of videos on YouTube about creating budgets. There are plenty of apps about creating budgets. But sometimes, well, most times as a new father or new single father, the first thing that comes to your mind isn't really your finances. Sometimes we still feel like we're in the same situation we were with when we were with our child's parent or mom. And we assume. And with life, it has its ups and downs, and we never know what's going to be around the next corner. So this is something that you're going to need to really sit down and actually dissect your overall finances in your current day to day, and your finances, what you could expect in a month, a 2, even a year down the road. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. And one thing that I know is I'd rather be prepared for a situation that may happen than not be prepared. So I'm going to give you some actual apps and resources that you can use to actually help you with your budgeting, help you understand your budgeting, and help you build a budget for the future and for now. When I say budgeting, ties in with your credit, ties in with your finances, all in general, everything together. This should be one of your main priorities right now, is building your credit and building a budget that works best for you. Because the last thing you want is to miss child support payments and then get stuck in arrears, and then have that stack up on top of your child support payments, and you're just in a deep hole that's going to take a very long time to get out. Some apps you can use are like Mint, YNAB. Another thing is, when it comes to financing, is you have to think long term, so you have to think about investments. So you can use apps like Acorn. There are a lot of other apps that help you save money without you having to do anything, which is you'll spend money basically, and then they'll round up and save it off to a separate account. And then you'll have this pretty much good and go for the long term. And you don't even look at it, just let it stack up. I would highly suggest reading books, finance books, from people that have done it, are successful, and can help you along your journey. One book that I read was "I Will Teach You to Be Rich" by Ramit. Highly suggest it. Helps you create your investment accounts, helps you set it up automatically, so all you have to do is bring in money, or go to work and bring in money. Keep a source of income coming, and you don't have to think about anything else. It just rides automatically, and this will help you build a more successful and stable financial situation for now and long term, and it'll help your mindset grow in the fact where you learn about investing, multiplying your current wealth, making your money work for you. And it's always better to start now rather than 10 years from now. I'm 31 years old, and I wish I did this when I was 21, well, 22 when I had my daughter, or like even before her. Like, I wish I started this a long time ago. So I'll put a link to the book. That's not the only book you should look at. There are multiple books. What I learned from a lot of my mentors is find someone that has done it and shown the results, and get as much information from that person and make them your mentor. Whether they're dead or alive, you can still have them as a mentor with their books, with their podcasts, with their sermons. Anything you can find on that person, find it. I love Jim Rohn. He's been a huge influence to me. And if you haven't seen his material, he's not here anymore today, but check out his material, and tell me how you like his material in the comments. And number 4. Okay, so before I was even a single father, I was never the best at this, which was finding time for self-care. It can be shaving, it can be mental, it can be your physical appearance, it can be finding like hobbies or things to do. When you look good, you play good. You know what I mean? And as I've observed a lot of single men, I've seen the backlashes of not taking care of your mental, your physical. I've seen a lot of great men go down a deep, dark, spiraling path, and it's hard to get back. So when life hits hard, you got to hit back harder. And what I mean by that is, even though you may be depressed, or even though you may not want to get out of bed, you need to get out of bed. Go to the gym. Don't get caught in the spiraling effect where you don't go to the gym, or you stop going to the gym, you start ordering out, or you don't eat at all, or you're just eating the wrong foods, because they say that your gut is like your second brain, and if this isn't operating correctly, then this is going to be messed up too, and it's going to slow you down. Every struggle that I've noticed for single men in 2024, it seems like procrastination always starts small, and then it builds up into this big thing that it can get hard to stop. So tackle these now. Take control of your life now. Be a better person, so that way you can be the best person you can be, so that way you can help others, especially your child. I will also put up support groups in the link below. I know when I became a single dad and had to move and live by myself, one of the main things I struggled with was depression. It was I'll put it into this perspective. I moved into a place within a few days. I had no job, had no place to live, nothing. But the lady that I spoke with, that was my landlord, she threw me a line and gave me a shot, as long as I had a job lined up waiting for me to go, which I did. But at the moment when I was transitioning into that area, my mindset was completely messed up. Couldn't get out of bed, couldn't do anything for myself. And the hospital job that I worked at, the depression got so bad that I isolated myself so much, to the point where I wouldn't even go to work sometimes. And I lived across the street, and I would just be in bed all day, couldn't get anything done. I just was in a very dark situation. So again, I stopped exercising, I stopped eating healthy. I was a person that was in the gym all the time. I had hobbies where I like doing e-commerce, and I stopped that too. And when that happened, it became such a spiral effect, and one thing affected the next, and then affected the next. And I'm telling you personally, I wouldn't wish that I'm my worst enemy to be in that situation. So if you're recently a single parent and you feel those emotions and negativities and things starting to creep up on you, you need to stop it now and focus on still being the best person you can be, so that way you can be that role model for your child, especially if they're at a young age where they're watching and absorbing everything you do. This is the most important time. And then number 5, building a support group. I cannot stress how crucial this is. I've always been the type of person that has always wanted to do things by myself due to past events that kind of put me in that mindset. And that was my mindset after I became recently single for years. Now I see that it did nothing but hurt me in the long run. And I wish I had someone to go to ask for support or ask for help or guidance, or even just like words of like, yeah, you got this, like some type of like thing to keep me pushing at that moment. I wish I did. So what I did was create a Facebook group that will be in the link below. Please check it out, see it for yourself, join, be a part of the community, and again, know that you're not alone. If you're going through something, chances are there's a million other people that have gone through a similar situation and need help too. So not only will you get help, but you could also give help to the next person as well. And that's why I made this channel. And that's why I made this Facebook group as well. Another thing is, choose your friends wisely. You are who you surround yourself with. For a period of time, I didn't know who I was. It was like I was wearing a mask. So when I was ready to take the mask off and wanted to just be Devon, I started to realize that people around me weren't the people that made the real Devon happy. So this took time. It didn't happen overnight. And I wish I took that action early on. So self-reflecting is awesome. Figure out you if you're in that situation, or if you still want to figure more about yourself. Understand goals and what you want to be for your child, and surround yourself with people that have the same mindset and do action, like people that are doing what you want to do. Find them, because that's going to be one of the best things you can do. Out of this whole video, I think that's one of the best things you can do, because if you find them, like in our Facebook group, they're going to help you tackle all 4 other struggles that majority of men have gone through in 2024, and be there to push you, be there to give you the correct knowledge. And I'm telling you, you'll start to become who you surround yourself with. So these are the top 5 struggles single fathers have dealt with in 2024. My name is Devon Trail. Little by little, I'm going to be sharing more and more about myself and my journey. But one thing that I know is being a single father isn't easy, but it's also one of the most rewarding journeys out there. I have a beautiful 9-year-old daughter, and she means the world to me. And I want her just to be better than me. I want her to have the knowledge that I've gained over the years now, so that way she is in a better situation and doesn't have to go through half the things that me, as well as millions of other people, are going through. Right now it's a very rough time, and not just for men, but for women as well, for everyone. Economy, mental, and a lot of these things were passed down from our previous generation without them knowing, so I don't blame them for it. Whatever the case is, we're humans, we live, we learn, we grow, and I want to be there to help the future that we have coming. So this really means a lot to me. If you made it through the end of the video, it means so much to me, and I appreciate you for making it to the end of the video. In the comments below, share where you're from. You know, share maybe something you want me to talk about, or a topic or something. Even send me a message if you want to have a conversation. Join the Facebook group. I want you to remember that you're never alone. Never feel like you're alone. There's help, there's support, there's communities. I'll be there to help shine the light, to show you these communities and support. But I also need from you to take action. Start to self-develop, start to self-reflect, start to read books. I can't stress it enough. And start to build the life that you want for you and your child. If you found any of this information helpful, please like, share, subscribe, join the Facebook group, join the community we have. Let's keep growing together. Let's keep learning together. And again, this is Devon Trail, and I appreciate all of you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, night. Enjoy it. Remember, every day you wake up is another day, another opportunity, and another chance to get better. So what I'll do is continue working on this project that I'm doing. My mom, she wanted me to cut some wood so that way she can get like the setup for her new TV. So that's what I'm currently doing. One more thing I wanted to mention for the fifth one is when you're surrounding yourself with these people or joining these communities, I want you to think about looking in your own backyard too. Work on the relationship you have with your family. If it's not the best, I get it. But there's always a way to work on it for it to get better. And that's where I'll do my best to keep providing that information, maybe show you the journey I've had with my family and I'm continuing to have, and how I'm doing my best to grow with them as well. But till next video. Thank you again, and have a good one.